Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be doing a art I consumed video, and yeah, and one thing that I have to say before I start this video is I'm super grateful that you guys have watched my videos this year, and to see how much we've grown since the beginning of the year. And yeah, I'm just so grateful and happy to have you all here. And also, when you guys are seeing this video, it'll be the last day of the year, and this will also be the last video of the year. So yeah, and I'm just super um excited to see what the year holds for this new year. And also, I hope you guys have an amazing I hope you guys had an amazing year. And yeah, so let's get this video started. So the first thing is, ooh, it's a song. And it is Nothing on You by Bozzy. And this one, he has been teasing this song for a while, and then we finally got it, and it was really cool. And there's a bunch of girls, and yeah, it was just so cool. And this is like, also, this is his first song in such a long time, and I used to love his music so much. And like, also, I forget what the album is called, but literally Mine and 315 were my favorite songs on that album. So yeah, like those two songs used to be on repeat. So yeah. And then I watched Over the Garden Wall, and I just loved that feeling. And I also was like, I need to close off the fall and the beginning of the winter season with this little mini series. And yeah, I just really love this this show. And it's just like, I don't know, like I just get so like, I don't know how to explain my feelings on this show, but it's just such a beautiful show. Um, and then we have, and then I watched, this is a video. I watched the Actors on Actors with Verity, and I watched the Ariana Grande and Adam Sandler one. And they had a lot of cool talks, and it was just, I really, really liked that conversation that they had, and I thought it was so fun. And just like, imagine, especially like when it's actors to actors, and like they get to talk about the projects that they worked on that they love so much. And then also on top of that, they get to talk about it with their friends, or maybe their peers, and or even maybe someone that they have worked with and really enjoyed their time with each other. um it's really cool to see. And then I watched The Interview, which I think it's from the Times. I don't really know where it's on YouTube. I don't know, just search up The Interview. But I watched Interview with um Kristen Stewart, and it was so informative and so cool because as you guys know, um one of Kristen Stewart's most popular roles, I would say, is obviously Bella from Twilight. And yeah, but she had some really interesting topics that she was talking about, and about the fact that you know, she was talking about the what is it called, method. She was talking about the method and method actors and blah blah blah. And that was a really really interesting thing, because I never really thought about that also she was saying how a woman has never ever needed to do a method actor thing, you know, and had to go method. um and she was also talking about the performativity that comes out of method acting. um and there was some other interesting things, but I'm not really gonna get into it because I would just love for everybody to watch it themselves. It was just so good. um and um what else? Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that one. Oh, this is another actors on actors, but yeah, I watched the one with Alexander Skarsgård and Stellan Skarsgård, which they are a father and son, and they're just talking about the stuff that they have worked on. And I've already explained what actors on actors, but yeah, this one was really fun because it was just really cool because they don't really do like stuff together that often. Um, so it was just really fun and really cool to see them just sitting together and just talking about the projects that they um are working on or doing or have done. So yeah, and they were joking about, well, I don't know if they were joking or not, but they were joking about how they're competing for the same award. And yeah, and yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, and then it just says the, oh, I was like, what is this? um I watched the director's chair, which is basically kind of interview style, but also just like an explanations on how directors film the stuff that they're filming, and how the process is for um how they filmed a specific movie, and how they wanted it to be perceived and everything. And it was really interesting. And yeah, and it was just really really cool. And yeah, it was also, I've been trying to read more. Really want to read more. Not read. Ugh. I really really want to watch more videos about directors, and how their process is, and how they just like made this into a film. And also I remember um the one, oh, what is his name, um the one who made the Frankenstein movie, that director, he was talking about how for one of his movies, how it almost didn't get, because they didn't believe in the success of the project. And but then he did it anyway and it became a really popular movie. And yeah, it was really really cool to see like how a bunch of different directors like have different um idea ideals on how to be a good director, and also how to, you know, display the work that they want to display. But yeah. And then, um, ooh, this is a movie that I saw with my parents, and it was really cool. And yeah, it was the How the Grinch Stole Christmas 25th anniversary. It was, and we saw it in the theater, and obviously I was not born when the movie came out and was in theater, so I was like, I really want to go see this in the theater. And we did, and it was great. And one thing that I thought was impressive that I didn't really think about in the movie before is how the Grinch is so good with tools and like making things, and like how he literally made a sleigh in like the hours before Santa like did his last little house and made it in time, and literally did it, and like, and he sang a song. What? And it was just crazy. He literally built a sleigh, test drove it, literally did all that stuff, and literally so crazy before anybody woke up. That's crazy and impressive. And also, I just thought about how the movie was just like, I saw it with different eyes. Me, because obviously watch it as a kid to now I'm 21, and I'm now like seeing it with different eyes. Me not being little kid, and just like seeing it as an adult, a young adult, I should say. But then I saw, oh wait, no, I finished a book, and I was gonna get the book, but I'm not gonna get up. I'm not gonna get up. But I read the book. I read The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but I read that book. It took me a while, but overall it was really good. A lot of people say that, The Brothers Karamazov is like the best book ever, like it's the greatest book of all time, and blah blah blah. It was a good book. I feel like the first half of this book is kind of boring, but then when you get to the second half, it gets entertaining. But yeah, I wouldn't say this it's the greatest of all time, but I definitely did like it. But yeah, uh, I did not. Oh, that's kind of crazy. I didn't give a rating, but I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think I gave it a 4 stars. I think, but I'm not completely sure. So yeah, and then I read Skip and Loafer, volume 11. Hold on, there's only okay. I read volume 11. And then I watched a movie. I watched The Holiday. Um, I watched this for the first time like last year, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. I have to watch this again when it's Christmas time. And I did end up doing that. And yeah, also at that point I was like, I need to watch some movies. I was like, I need to watch some movies, especially I need to watch some winter Christmassy movies. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I need to watch something. So yeah, so The Holiday was. And yeah, and then is it the last book? Yeah, The last book that I read this year was The Wood at Midwinter by Susanna Clark, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was like a short little book. It was literally like 30 minutes. But yeah, it was a little short story. I thought it was really cute and very nice. And then, oh, and then, what does this say? Oh, I was like trying to read this. But then I watched Nosferatu, and it was, the director is Robert Eggers, and filmed and released in 2024. I really liked the movie because, as you guys know, I did earlier. Was it last year or was it? No, 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 no. I don't remember actually, but I watched Nosferatu before, um, but this one was a little bit more disturbing, I guess, than the other one was. But yeah. This one just kind of made me realize that I'm just like, this is supposed to be like a horror movie, and it's just like, uh, I don't know how to, what do I want to say? I feel like a lot of, well, I don't really watch horror, but I feel like a lot of the times the ones that I do see are a lot just more disturbing than scary and horrifying. So, yeah. Um and then this is a song that I listen to. It's called What a Girl Wants by Michaela Twigs. And I really liked it. It was just like, it has a vibe of like, um what is that girl? Pink Pantheress, FKA Twigs, um Charlie XCX. It had that kind of vibe and I really liked it. Um and then I listened to Let Go by Frou Frou, and yeah, it was on someone's like story or something like that, and I was like, oh wait, this song is kind of cool. So I listened to the song and I was like, oh, I really like this. And then I watched It's a SpongeBob Christmas, and that one was really fun. And because I grew up watching SpongeBob, and I saw this movie when I was a kid, um and I was just like, yeah, I love SpongeBob so much. And yeah, like I just really love that one. That one, honestly, that one was my favorite Christmas movie that I watched this year. um but then I watched The Miser Brothers Christmas, and that one was kind of cool. um Obviously, I feel like a lot of these I have not watched since I was a kid. So I was like, it was kind of like a, I was watching these movies for the first time. So yeah. And then I watched Frosty's Winter Wonderland. And then, um, okay, so the next thing is, oh, this is a song. And it's called Can't Keep a Beat by Say Now. And I've been listening to a lot more girl groups um recently, and I found this one because I don't know who mentioned it, but I saw someone mention Say Now, and I was like, "Ooh." And then after that I saw Supermarket by Say Now, and I was like, "Ooh, I really like this song." So now I'm just like, recently I've been listening to a little bit more. of these girl groups, and this one I really liked. So yeah, and then I listened to this song, which is by Amy Winehouse, and it's called F Me Pumps. Yes. And this one was really, I really liked the sound of the way that she sung the song. I really liked the way that she was singing it, and I really liked that. And then I wanted to mention this one because I really liked the song. It's called Destiny by 07, Sia, and Sophie Barker. Yeah. And then the next thing I saw was, this was a movie I saw in the theater, and it it was a different location of the theater, and the theater was so huge. It was so much bigger than the theater that I usually go to, and it was just awesome. And yeah, and it was just the experience of going to the movie theater. That movie theater was really nice. But yeah. And one thing I have to say was, my mom was not, like, my mom volunteered. She didn't really want to watch the movie, but she was like, okay, um I'll go with you anyway since you want to see it. And yeah, she was like, I don't like this movie. I could tell. And she literally was like, I'm gonna go to the car. I'm gonna go to the car now. So yeah. But it was Marty Supreme, and I really, really like this movie. I think it really does deserve an award for this movie. I think also, one thing I was just, like, kind of just like, was funny, was that a lot of this biopic was not really about table tennis, because there wasn't that much. There was table tennis in it, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't as much table tennis um in the movie. But okay. And also, like, one thing about, like, you know, Marty Mauser was that he was like hustler. He was kind of a liar too. But also, for one, I don't think his character is likable at all. And yeah, and it kind of just felt like, this is like, it was, the biopic was told in a storytelling way where he he just told a whole bunch of stuff to kind of look like his life was kind of like, you know, was kind of, it was all truthful, but it was exaggerated in a way. But I was like, when I looked up, because I was like, let me look up, because, like, I was like, who really is Marty Supreme, like the real Marty Supreme. And yeah, and I'm just like, yeah. And like, they were saying how, like, his life is even crazier than how the biopic was, and all this stuff. And I was like, okay. But like, yeah, there was like a lot. The movie was a lot. But yeah. uh but also, it was like, I feel like a lot of the marketing was very kind of like, helpful to the movie, because if I didn't see any of the, you know, marketing for the movie, or just like the things that they did for the movie, it was just like, the, actors, all the actors, like, like interviews or them talking about the movie, I don't think I would have seen it. But yeah. But also I think um yeah, all of like Timothy's things like that he did for the marketing for the movie was just perfect, because I think that's what also made this movie kind of popular in the first place. Um because that's what Marty Supreme is. Like, he's a hustler. He's a hustler and he wants all of his dreams to happen. And he's super confident. Um and yeah, just like, and people can take that confidence as cockiness or overconfidence, and take that confidence in a bad way. And yeah, I think that everything that, all the people, especially Timothy, has done for this movie has really helped it. And I honestly really like this movie. So yeah, anyway, uh and then I finished watching the season for A Star Brighter Than the Sun. I think it's finished because I don't think they're gonna make any other episodes unless they do a season 2. But yeah, I really really liked this. I think in the beginning, I think I saw a few people say that the show is kind of cringe, but I think that's okay. I don't really, I I thought it was a little bit kind of cringe, but I thought it was a cute show. I thought also I really liked the stuff, but I at the end I was like, now I'm just like, now that you're like in the same class together, I think they should have like gotten to know each other a lot more, especially if they're trying to be friends. I feel like they should know more about each other and not as like they were kids, you know? So, yeah. Anyway, and then I watched The Incredible Hulk. And that one uh is crazy because I think it was last year or the year before that. I was watching this movie over and over again. Um and like also the Hulk, but also the Incredible Hulk. I was watching those movies back and forth over and over and over again. Um and I was just obsessed with it. And yeah, that I really really enjoyed watching that movie. It was just a really fun movie. And and then the last thing is, I have been listening to this song for a moment now. And I really really like this song and it's been in my head. So yeah, it's the song Motive by Ariana Grande. And I really like this song. But yeah, that was a perfect ending to this art I consumed for the month, and just like a perfect way to end the year. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing new year for 2026, and I hope you achieve your dreams and you set things in motion that you've been wanting to do, whether that be writing a book and publishing it, whether that be um uh I don't know, whether that be making a movie, whether that be writing a song and putting it out, whether that be going to college, whether that be moving to a new place, whether that be getting out of your parents' home for the first time, and or whether that be going on a new adventure by yourself, like um going to a new country or something like that, or traveling places in that you've never been to in your own state or country, like I don't know, just like just anything really, just the small things, celebrating the small things, celebrating the big things and the things in between. And and yeah, and I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a like, um and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys want to be, seeing my face or my videos again, then hit the bell to be notified when I post another video. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. And also, I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, and I'll see you guys